What's up, guys? Welcome to Ask Zybak number 11. Figured I would do one of these since I've been doing Wildstar specific content for almost a month now, maybe even longer than a month. The whole press access thing was a complete shocker to me. I wasn't expecting to get it. I literally got a DM from Scooter one day and I got press access. It was kind of a crazy thing that happened, so I've been doing Wildstar 1 through 15 for literally a month now. I've been having a lot of fun, but there's only so much you can do 1 through 15, so you're going to be seeing a slight decrease in Wildstar content, at least until the NDA gets lifted up a bit. But I still have a lot of stuff I want to do, though, so don't worry. But yeah, Ask Zybak, it's a series where I ask, or well, I don't ask questions, where I answer questions from you guys that I pick off my Facebook and Twitter. I know we have a lot of new subscribers here, so I figured I would preface it. So yeah, first question comes in from Peter on Twitter. If I could live in any other country besides the U.S., where would it be and why? So I've got 4 countries. So the first one, Sweden. I figured I'd pick one European country because, like, even though I probably wouldn't live in Sweden, they've got pretty sick internet, and I'm really popular in Sweden for some reason. My YouTube metrics, obviously the first 2 are the United States and Canada, but then Sweden is number 3 by a lot, like way above number 4. And it almost doesn't make sense. I think the population of Sweden and Germany are really, like, hardcore gamers. I think there's just a lot of hardcore video game players in Sweden and Germany, because I think it's Sweden and Germany, and it doesn't really make sense when you size up the countries. It should be like the UK and then you know whatever, but it's Sweden and Germany, so it's interesting. So I'm pretty popular in Sweden. Apparently they have the most beautiful women in the world on average, so it's got that going for them. My number 2 choice would be Canada, because it's pretty much the same thing as the United States. Canada is the softer and nicer and colder version of the United States. When you talk to people from Canada, even though they probably hate being compared to people from the United States, you're pretty much the same, except for the French people. Though that doesn't happen here in the U.S. But except for those people, pretty much the same. So Canada would be a good choice. It's pretty nice up in Canada. So I guess that'd be number 2. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Sweden would make. I think Sweden's probably number 4, just because I don't think I would. I don't think I'd do well in Sweden. I just don't think I'd fit in. It's nice, but I don't think I'd fit in. It just doesn't seem like a whatever. Number 2 is probably a tie between Australia and New Zealand. I think Australia and New Zealand would be cool, because I haven't met any mean people from Australia or New Zealand. Literally everyone I've ever talked to through video games from Australia or New Zealand has been awesome. I've met some of the coolest people from those places, so everybody seems pretty chill over there. For some reason, the stereotype, this isn't even a stereotype, but for some reason when I think of people from Australia and New Zealand, I always think they just don't have jobs. I feel like no one in either of those countries does anything. I feel like everybody just, like, lays around in the sun all day. I know that's not true. I know that's just such a ridiculous thing to think, but just the way they talk, they just seem so relaxed, and they don't really give a shit. I know they obviously work, but it's such a weird thing. I don't know why I think that, but for some reason I think everyone's unemployed in those countries. So I think Australia and New Zealand, that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, except for their internet. Fuck. That's like the one reason I wouldn't want to move there, is because of their internet. It's garbage. They have data caps and horrible upload. Fuck that. But apparently that's getting better, because I remember one of my friends, Miranora, from New Zealand, apparently is getting some crazy internet or something. So maybe that's getting better. I have no idea. But with all that being said, I'm glad I live in the U.S. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Like, if I had to move, obviously I would pick those choices. But I'm cool with the U.S. I'm cool with Virginia. It's pretty awesome here. There's a reason why people want to move to the U.S. more than any other country. I know, getting into that Zybak patriotism, but no, it's cool here, man. It really is. There's a lot of cool shit here, and yeah, it's awesome. You know, food is cheap, and there's free refills and shit. Why would you not want to live here? So yeah. Question number 2 comes in from Magnus Larson. I don't know what that is, but he wants to know what my best/worst childhood memory is. Now, I don't have any, like, particularly good memories or bad memories, nothing like crazy, but the one that is not my proudest moment is probably when I was skateboarding. I was really into skateboarding for I'd say age 7 to age 11, before I got into football and basketball and things like that, I was really into skateboarding. And I was pretty darn good. The two things that I was really good at were ollieing. I could ollie really high. I'd say about a foot to a foot and a half. I could ollie onto rails and stuff. And grinding. I could grind on rails like a pro. I'll be honest, I don't want to brag, but I'm probably, or not right now, but I probably was better at grinding than people who actually, like, legitimately skateboard as a fairly serious hobby. For some reason, I could really do that quite well. I could do all the grinds, blunt slide, board slide, 50-50, crooked. I could do crooked, and that freaked people out when I could do that. But I could, I don't know, for some reason, maybe it's because I was lighter, again, and I don't know. But, yeah, really into skateboarding. And my brother was really into rollerblading, biking. He didn't skateboard that much, but he had one. Anyway, we would always screw around on this kicker ramp that my dad made me. It was kind of a steep, pretty tall kicker ramp. I don't know why he made me that, but I don't know. We scared the fuck out of our parents with that thing, though, because we'd hit that thing going fast as hell, and obviously there was a lot of times we were crashing and, you know, hitting the pavement like 3 feet in the air, because that thing was, I don't know, when you're young, man, you can just do it. It doesn't matter. For some reason, you just don't ever get hurt. But anyway, my brother dared me to jump up the opposite side of the kicker ramp. So jump up it and ride down the ramp part. And I was like, I can do that easy. So I go real fast, jump, hit the ramp, and roll down it. Perfect. Turn back at him and go, ha, told you I could do it. And he looks at me and he goes, I bet you can't do it again. So, yeah, of course I can. Turn back around, start making my way up down the ramp, or up towards the ramp. Ollie, this time I jumped a little bit too early, and the front of my board, right where the front set of wheels hits, I hit right there. So my front wheels hit the edge of the kicker ramp. I go flying forward like Superman, and I catch myself with my forearm. Well, I think, yeah, it was my left forearm. I caught myself with my left forearm on my way to, like, belly flop onto the pavement. And I hit it, and my arm, like, rolled up underneath me, like, because I was moving fast. So imagine, like, belly flopping onto the... imagine Superman crashing belly first onto the pavement. So my forearm rolled up underneath me, and I got up, and... I grabbed my arm. I knew I screwed my arm up, but I didn't think it was that bad. I thought I just had hit it really hard. And the first thing I did was just run. Like, I don't know, it hurt so bad that I just, like, ran around. It was kind of weird, but I ran around and I went inside. I didn't scream or anything, but I was like, oh man, I didn't make any noise, but it hurt really fucking bad, obviously. And I just sat down, grabbed my arm, and the pain went away really quick, but grabbed my arm, sat down, watched TV, and just sitting there holding it. And yeah, they put me in a wrap. My parents, they had like a I think it was boxing wraps that you wrap your hands with before you box, and they wrapped me up in that. And then we went to the hospital the next day and x-rayed my arm. I did something called a broomstick fracture. So yeah, I broke my arm in a pretty retarded way. I made it the first time, but my brother was right. I could not do it again. So that's how I broke my arm as a kid. Didn't stop me from skateboarding until I really got into sports, though. And then I was just like, okay, getting too big for this shit. Like, once I started getting bigger, like, I wear a size 15 shoe. Like, come on, skateboarding is not really a thing that I'm built for. So, yeah, once I started getting bigger, I was like, this shit hurts when you fall. When you're a kid, when you're like 10 or 11, you can just... I'm sure you guys remember when you were 10 or 11 and you were, you know, wreck on your bike. That shit would kill you now. If you're like 18, you wreck on your bike? Shit. Even if you're like 40 and you wreck on your bike, dude, you're dead. Honestly. Fuck that shit. Maybe I grew up, maybe I got old fast, but Jesus. I don't want to fall on these skateboards anymore. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to tell the other story. I was going to tell the other story, but that one went on for a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Next question comes in from I have no fucking idea on Facebook. Most anticipated game of this year besides Wildstar. Obviously, everybody knows Wildstar is the thing I'm looking forward to the most. Hopefully, the thing I'm going to play the most this year. Knock on wood. Let's hope that I don't play any other game ever again. That would be optimal. I appreciate other good games, but MMORPGs are my thing. I love MMORPGs. My favorite type of game. It's just what I like. But I enjoy other things. But here's a few of the things that I'm looking forward to. Number one, obviously Titanfall. Titanfall looks awesome. I was disappointed that it's only 6v6. For some reason, I thought it was going to be like Battlefield, where it was a bunch of people. I wasn't expecting like 64 players or anything like that. But I was expecting more than 6v6. Was anybody else disappointed that it's only 6v6? I thought there was going to be like a Titan and all kinds of infantry shooting at it and all that crazy shit. And then it's 6v6? I mean, it still looks cool. People that played it at E3 said it was awesome. So yeah, I'm not gonna shoot it down because of that. They probably have pretty small maps, but I am really disappointed it's only 6v6. So yeah, and PC it might be more on PC. Well, people will make like modded lobbies and stuff, hopefully. So we'll see. But so Titanfall, obviously number one. The new Final Fantasy Lightning Returns comes out this February. I'm looking forward to seeing the ending of that. I know a lot of people didn't like the Final Fantasy 13 series. I liked 13 a lot. I can see why people didn't like 13 too. That game was kind of stupid. A lot of it was pretty bad. But I think this one, when they go back to Lightning is a pretty interesting character, I feel like. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing how that ends, because the fucking second game, man, what a shit ending. And I'll be doing a Let's Play of that, obviously, depending on what happens with Wildstar. So, look forward to that. Infamous Second Son looks cool. One of the reasons I bought a PS4 was for that game. And then we have the Order 1886, which is the... who are the people that made God of War? They're the people that are making this game. Santa Monica Studios is making the Order 1886. And I don't know what it's going to be, but it's the people that made God of War, and they're making a... what are they called? What are those games called where it's like history, but if something else happened instead? It's basically history. I think it's like the it's 1886. Am I fucking retarded? It's in the title. It's 1886, but the dude with the electric thing, it's working and it didn't get shot down, and apparently like wireless electricity is a thing. Can't remember the dude's name, but it's like fake history. It's kind of like what Assassin's Creed did, where if George Washington became king, blah, 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 you get it. And then the last one, Kingdom Hearts 3. I think that's going to be pretty awesome for the PS4. I don't think that's even coming out this year, but I have no idea when it's coming out. Maybe late this year. I don't know. So those are the games I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, that's it. Mainly, obviously, Wildstar's number one, duh. But, yep, so that's it for this Ask Zybak. Ask Zybak number 11 it is, I think. Maybe 12? I have no idea. So expect to see some more non-Wildstar content on my channel in the near future. I have no idea what Carbine's going to do when it comes to the NDA and what I can show and what I can't show, so maybe I'll be completely wrong and there will be like 50 more Wildstar videos before my next non-Wildstar video comes out. But there's definitely going to be a variety. Unless Wildstar is so fucking awesome that there isn't. Basically what I'm saying is I have no fucking idea what's going on. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.